Hello, Darlene B and Jennifer. Good morning to Willow, Darlene B and Jennifer. Was that mine? Good morning to you. Let me check my volume. Make sure it's me.
I only have one channel open, so I don't have my.
Good.
That could have been me. Ladies, we just had to have us a prayer session before we got started this morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Why will my chat not stay where I put it? Stay.
Penelope says hello to everybody. Penelope is my little girl that I'm going to match in 1 week. 1 week. Next Tuesday. Penelope and I'll have the same color hair.
And it's probably both going to be fluffy.
Probably. I mean, what else can I do with short hair but be fluffy? She's my girl. Sits on my shoulder.
Oh, gosh. You guys, my allergies are driving me nuts. And I'll just say it. Traci's not feeling good, and Debbie's going to have to jump off here in just a few. Look.
We're plugging along and plugging along.
We are. Because I know we've touched on the subject before, and we'll get into it more when more people join of who.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Who and how we, the women that shaped us, the good Christian women that, because somewhere along the line there was one that we were to because of their faith and that we knew that we could go to. And Debbie, since you're not going to be with us as long, who is it in your past that you could consider a good Christian woman that was there for you?
Wow. That's a toughie, considering my mom didn't go to church. My dad didn't go to church. I made them take me to a Christian church when I was younger, and they dropped me off and picked me up from Bible school. Don't remember any of my teachers. Don't remember any of my Sunday school classes.
Well, as you grow up, who's the first Christian woman that you met that gave you their time and their love?
I hate to say this because you're going to think I'm ungrateful, but I haven't met anybody till I met you and Traci.
Aww.
Well,
I'm telling you straight up, because I'll tell you, I have not had people in my life like that. They've come and gone, but no one that I really looked up to, because like I've said in the past, there are a lot of people that talk the talk, but not too many people that walk the walk.
Well,
and I didn't know any people that walked the walk. The closest person, and I know this sounds really weird, I thought he was bad news, and I found out 20 years later that was probably the best person in the world, and that was Bobby Bear, believe it or not, the singer Bobby Bear. He offered me an opportunity that I turned down, and found out that he's very Christian, very loving, very real in what he suggests. So you live and you learn. But as far as that goes, I've gone to church on my own. There's never been anybody to approach me. Thought I had it when I went back to church about 5 years ago and talked to a couple of the ladies there, and thought one might have been the one, but she let me down because she was too judgmental with everybody. I don't like people that will judge people because they don't have enough money, or they don't do this their way, or I'm sorry, but I don't go to a church. And if that means that I'm not a Christian in somebody's eyes, well, then that is their lesson to learn, not mine.
Well, Debbie, I don't. And I feel honored that. Good morning, Craig. Go ahead.
Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
That's it, I don't know what else to say other than that. I don't like just people.
I'm honored too. That's very sweet.
I feel very honored, Debbie, because
real, honey.
When you go to church, thank you. When you go to church by yourself, and you go in and everybody's friendly, and they welcome you in, but then they kind of step aside, and you're like now sitting by yourself, and you're like, okay, you know, where's my person? Where's somebody? But you
That didn't really happen. I mean, they were there and they were all inclusive and got me involved in things and stuff like that. But it's when I saw them away from church that I saw that I am not getting the right picture here. And when I had the bishop of the church talk to me and say, I'm going to make you responsible for our newsletter, which was what I had advantages to do. And you have to have them on Sunday morning, the little, know how you have the little thing that tells you about what's going to happen.
Yeah, little flyers, yeah.
Yeah, little flyers. And put down, if you want to, you can do a monthly newsletter for the Ladies Society. And I said, okay. Well, when the Ladies Society said, no, I want my picture and my information on the front page and the lesson on the second page, I said, no, I'm not doing that. I said, you're not as important as Christ is to me. So I will put you second, not first. And she got mad. And I said, if you don't like it, do it yourself. I'm sorry. And then I went to the bishop and I said, I quit. I said, number one, I can't get the information until Saturday night from you, what I need to have on that. And I'm tired of working my Saturday night until midnight to have a flyer ready for church at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's not acceptable. I'm using my own ink. I'm doing my own printer, my own computer. I said, I don't feel that's acceptable. And he says, okay. I said, and so also I don't like what I'm having to do with the other newsletter. I said, would you like to know why I'm not doing it anymore? He goes, no, I really don't care. I said, well, I'm going to tell you anyway. Anybody that puts God second is not the type of people I want to be around. So I quit. He goes, do you want me to take you off of the roll books too? I said, you touch my baptism and I'll have your head on a cart.
Well, you know what? He couldn't have touched your baptism anyway.
Well, not in God's eyes, but in man's eyes, he could have. The thing that really bugs me about him is that after he was no longer bishop and they put a new bishop in that was younger, they came to my door twice asking for my tithing.
Oh, that's right. You did
and
say
that. They wanted me to bring in my finances to make sure that I could afford to pay tithing. And I said, goodness. I'm not only, I said, and I'm sorry, ladies, and this is going to be an H-E-double-L word, and that's not a bad thing because there is a place called that. I said, there is no way in double H-E-L that I'm going to show you my finances. It's none of your business. He says, well, you might not be giving everything to the Lord. And I said, you know what? The Lord knows what I've got. The Lord knows what I give. I give from my heart, not from my paycheck.
Yeah.
So either you handle it or don't. And please don't come back again. You're not welcome. The second time he showed up, I didn't let him in the house.
Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you.
So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well,
all righty then.
I'm honored. I feel very glad that you put me as one of the first Christian women, me and Traci, that you come along because you do see us in the background.
Yes, I do. And you don't change on me. You're real. And if I showed up at your door tomorrow, Darlene, and said, Darlene, I need a place to stay and I don't have any food, you'd say, come on in.
Come on. Well, look.
Can I get you a drink? And you want a cup of coffee? That's what
I do have to say this, though. Since we got the big puppy, I couldn't get in the middle and let you sleep on my side of the bed because now we got the puppy.
Honey, I'd be happy on a couch, on the floor. It wouldn't matter if I had gone that far.
Casey would let you come in there.
Oh, there you go.
Bless his heart. But I know that that's there for me. I know that I have a soft place to fall. And Traci, even with all of your problems, I know I'd have a soft place to fall.
Absolutely.
And you also, both of you know that I wouldn't sit there and be a ragger that would just sit there and take advantage. That's not my style. So we understand each other, and we don't understand each other from here. We understand each other from here. And that's the important part.
Yeah. And Willow, Willow, how are you feeling this morning? I want to check day 3 post office, isn't it?
Mhm. I'm going to sing to Dusty Blonde.
Hey, Dusty.
Good morning to Dusty. Good morning to you. Good morning to Dusty. Good morning to you.
Dusty, I will put a link out there for you to come on. I will put it out there, and then well, heck, I don't worry about trolls with the green room, but
Yeah, that's the nice thing about this new system.
You guys, Dusty is from the UK. I would love for you to come.
Oh, wow. Love to hear from her.
Yes. I would love for you to come up here.
Certainly.
We'd have 4 different accents up here. Think about it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, Wisconsin, and UK.
With Debbie, I think kind of Texas and Alabama kind of almost sounds alike. I'm just saying.
Not really. You're more southern than I am.
Willow is doing a little bit better. He hasn't been to bed yet.
Come on, Penelope.
Good morning to April. Good morning to you. Good morning to April. Good morning to you.
Hi.
Sitting right.
Dusty, where you at? You know, Willow, I find sometimes, a lot of times when we're hurting, we tend to not be able to sleep.
Definitely.
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in?
That's why last night I jumped in Donatella's auction.
I fell asleep at the first part of that auction.
He said, "What are you doing up so late?"
I tried so hard to buy those postcards. I fell asleep halfway through the bids, and I got a message from Mr. Derek. It says, "Are you okay? You stopped bidding. You haven't said anything." And I never answered him, so I sent him a message this morning. Sorry, I'm old. I fell asleep.
That's funny.
And you know that's another thing is that we stay connected on the outside. And I tell anybody, and I'm not just saying it, I don't say it in light, that add me on Facebook, and if you want to talk to me or something, I will be happy. Here we go. Here we go. If you want to talk
Good morning, Dusty.
Here we go.
Hello, pretty lady. Glad to meet you.
Right. Hello, August. Hello, Traci. Hello, Debbie.
Okay, what you need to do is to put your YouTube on mute.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Just YouTube.
Say something. No.
You need to
Mute your
Either
speaker button
close
on
out
YouTube.
or mute the YouTube.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yay.
Now you're a pro at this.
Tell Snobby put his head back in there and wave at us.
Sorry.
Tell Snobby to put his head back in here and wave at us.
The head, not the hand. There you go.
Snobby. I love you.
Ladies, you all right?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Are you having a good evening, young lady?
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. It's coming up for 2 o'clock here, so.
In the afternoon or the evening?
Afternoon, PM, 2 p.m., yeah.
2 p.m., okay.
Yeah.
It's 8 a.m. here.
Oh, wow. It's, I forget the word that you call it, because it's like, we're all awake, we're all talking, but you're in a different time zone. It's like a bit freaky
Mm-hmm.
because I think we're all on the same time zone, but you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
But it feels good.
yeah.
I know, and I hate when I go in some of them because I'll be like, well, okay, what time is it? Because they'll be talking about it's nighttime, and I'm, jumping in the morning.
Yeah.
So, and I think, well, is that something weird to say? What time is it your time?
Mm-hmm. No, not in the YouTube world. That's not a bad thing to ask.
No.
We have somebody, Dusty, from Singapore that comes on in the mornings.
Right.
So when she comes on,
It's like night, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be like way past her bedtime, but she'll come on for a little bit. What is her name, Traci? You're good with names. I feel
Is
bad.
it so?
I
No,
think it'd be quite better in the world if we just scrapped all these different time zones and all lived under one time zone.
Wouldn't it be easier?
Be so
that's
much
right.
easier.
We can't help it if it's 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. and it's dark where you're at.
I know.
But you're so beautiful. You're just beautiful. Thank you.
Yes.
So are you ladies. Thank you.
Thank you.
I
Do you
was,
want to see my baby?
yes.
Come and sell her.
Oh,
Hello to the camera. Look.
Style with Pat. Is she the one that's from Tokyo?
yes, she's from Singapore. Yes.
Yeah. Singapore.
This is Ruby, Dusty.
Oh, look. Oh, it's a parrot in it, or is it a parakeet?
She's a conure,
All right.
a green cheek conure.
Yeah.
And if I don't pull her in, if I talk too long on the internet, she needs
Yeah.
to be in the middle of it or she gets angry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Traci doesn't have anything to show because Traci's not a pet person, are you, Traci?
Not so much. I have a husband and boys and grandbabies. They're my pets.
Yeah. I
And
can understand. August, do you have any pets?
yes, I have a cat that you'll hear me fuss at, and I have a puppy that weighs about 50 pounds now.
Oh.
And she thinks she gets up at night between me and my husband, and she thinks she's your dog size, but she's a bulldog. And
All right.
and then I have my mother-in-law in the back room. So everybody knows I say that in jest. My mother-in-law, I love her. Everybody
Is
knows.
MawMaw back home now? Oh, there's the truth. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you.
And he says, do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Praise Jesus.
Amen.
And be the women you want to be. God bless. Thank you, the truth.
Amen, the truth.
We must have been in the back room listening to us when we were praying before we come live.
Who, me?
No, the truth. I'm pointing at my screen. Willow is all excited over Snobby.
All right.
Willow Alseer.
Yeah.
She was like, Snobby scrap picker. I don't know how.
So Dusty Blonde, do you tell anyone your first name?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay.
I am Debbie. That is Traci, and I'll let her tell you if she's Norgist or not. But go ahead, say again.
My real name's Darlene. Norgis was my imaginary friend when I was a little girl, and I picked that name back up when I started this channel. She's my little imp. She's my. I think she was my scrapper. I think she's the one that got me. What would you say, Traci?
I think she was your little ball of confidence and fight and will to go on.
Yes. I guess when I was little, Dusty, I had her for a reason,
Yeah.
and then it's like I took her back out when I needed her again, and I was told no social media, not by the FBI though. I was just told no social media, and I'm like, I was too depressed. You know, don't tell me that I can't socialize. So out come Norgus, and she's something else.
And she said, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Dusty Blonde is my alter ego.
Sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
Traci colored up my alter ego during Art Tuesday. My alter ego is the picture of the steampunk girl.
Yeah.
That's my alter ego.
Yeah.
See, Willow said I just connected the dots, and he was Junk Dauber's guest a couple of weeks ago. I mod for Russell. Well, okay.
Come get Charlie.
All right, LizzAnn, we're gonna be able to keep you on.
Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you. Good morning, LizzAnn. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Good to see everybody. Hello, everybody in the chat.
So, Dusty, what do you do during the day other than probably enjoy life?
Housework, looking after Snobby.
Oh, goodness.
My hobbies are Zumba, pictures, my dogs, and boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah.
OMG. Okay. And so, what is Zumba?
What do I
you mean Zumba? Like the dancing Zumba?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
So I used to do dancing when I was a little girl, but my mum had 3 daughters, and like when you're a child and you start a dance group and then you get pulled out of it, you always get the ump and you never understand why. But it's not until I become an adult and I thought, well, it was expensive for my mum to have 3 daughters and we all wanted to do the same thing. I had my kids, they've grown up, doing their own thing. And I was just left here on my own. Snobby was fishing, doing his thing. And I just thought, what, am I just going to sit here and rust away and everything else? And then I thought, no, sod it. So I went out and found a Zumba class because I've always loved dancing. I got untold friends through it. And yeah, it's just gone from there. And
that's awesome.
I love it. It's my.
I wanted to do that so bad, but I'm so afraid anymore because every time I turn around, I'm falling down.
Yeah. It's my escape time. I don't drink. I don't smoke. So I do Zumba.
There you go.
And I do boxing. So
good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Denise.
So yeah, that's me.
Well, Dusty is today's topic is what what strong Christian woman do you remember in your life that made an impact on you? Is that too personal to ask you?
No. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Christian, I'm Catholic. Is Christian and Catholic the same?
I'm Catholic too, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Well, I had a bit of a cracked childhood. A lot of stuff went on. Nothing damaged. Well, it is damaging, but nothing serious. Like there's a lot worse out there. So, and this is going to sound so stupid, right? But it is the only thing that took me out of what I was in, and that was Madonna. Yeah, because she come from a Catholic family like me. She had 8 brothers and sisters like me. Her dance teacher is the teacher that I studied at school, so there was a lot of links there. And her songs, the words of her songs I could normally, every album, every song, I can pinpoint to a point in my life on what I'm going through. So there was a bit of resemblance there, and I've just stuck with her ever since.
Well, I guess I didn't think of it on that point, but
That's neat.
well, then that works because music's a powerful thing.
Yeah, she was the constant in my life. Everything else was going, but she was the one constant that was there. So that's how I looked at it.
That's awesome.
A lot of people, they don't have anything but their music. How many, people are troubled, and you see them even now. They escape. Yeah. These young kids will escape to their rooms, to their music.
If it wasn't for music, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, music is my life. If I get stressed, instead of sitting there and thinking and letting it go round in your head, I'd rather put some music on, listen to the music, and it just goes.
There you go.
So,
and LizzAnn is in her car. LizzAnn, meet Dusty.
Hi.
Hi, Dusty.
In the UK.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Oh, Joy's on. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joy. Good morning to you. Take it away, Darlene.
Oh, yeah. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. My joy. My joy.
Hey, Joy.
Good morning, Joy.
Yes, see, we're weird like that. That's what we do.
That's all right.
Just sing everybody in.
That's all right.
Darlene, I need to run now.
Okay.
I have that appointment, and I got to go. I can't be late.
Be careful.
Nope.
Love y'all.
Be good.
We say love goodbye.
Call me when you get back.
Nice to have met you, Dusty. You are so much fun. I
you.
can't wait to see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Be careful, Debbie. Bye.
Yeah, so that was that. That's me. That's me. And I've helped Snobby with scrapping. I'm a mum. I just do everything.
Helping Snobby with scrapping is a lot of work. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that, but I mean, my husband has taken old wire around the shop and stripped it down for the copper. That's a lot of work because around here, they don't want the copper. You can't just burn it off now. No. They don't want the copper unless you just strip it down.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Deconstructing materials to get scrap prices for. I can't do it. I mean, my hands hurt too bad to sit there and try to do that.
Oh, it does. It messes up your nails and makes you have sore hands. And practically, I only do quick stuff because obviously when it comes to dinner time, everyone wants their dinner.
Right.
I can't be out there doing that and in here doing that. So I have to do small things and then go back out and do a bit and go back out and tidy up. So.
But Joy, I hope you got my message last night. I am so sorry. I feel like I dropped the ball. I feel like I was the only moderator in there, and I am just so sorry that what little time that I stepped away, that a troll was very ugly. But Joy, I love you, and I just hope it's okay. That when I did jump in, that I just booted that person completely out. There's Gallion.
Good morning to Gallion. Good morning to you. Good morning to Gallion. Good morning to you.
Gallion, you guys, our new panelist is Dusty Blonde.
Hi.
Her other half is Snobby. I love him. I just love his name, Snobby Scrappy.
Well,
Where did I meet you guys? On what channel? Was it Jimmy C's?
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
That's
Jimmy
awesome.
Jimmy C's or JJ.
Yeah.
Wanting the stuff with JJ.
You guys going into some of the man caves here recently. If they say, jump on in, I jump on
Yeah.
in and I say, hi. In all
Yeah.
my southern Alabama southernness, jump in,
I know.
and no matter how hot mess I am, I just go in and I say, "Hey guys, nice to meet you." They're all right and everything, and then I say, "Okay, I'm gonna leave the man cave to you guys and jump on back out." But thank you for letting me in.
That's it.
Did you see what Darlene B said? She said her grandmother, her mother, and her sisters were her biggest female influencers. That's sweet. That's awesome that you had such strong women in your life.
Yes,
growing up.
I lost my. I mean, my grandmother would have been mine, but I lost her at 14. So I only had 14 years, and when I needed, like, obviously 14 is such an influential age, in it, because you're learning right from wrong, and that's what I mean. I lost my nan, I picked up the Madonna bit, and that was it. I just went from there, because relationship with my mum isn't that good. So my nan was my strong one. Yeah.
My dad's mom was my first biggest female influencer. She was a very strong Christian woman, and even the whole family, if you went to grandma's for anything, you were expected to go to church with her. And she, every year at Christmas time, she baked a birthday cake for Jesus, and she would tell the birth of Jesus story every year at Christmas time. Before there was any Christmas frivolity, there was the serious part of talking about Jesus being born.
Yeah.
And my second biggest influencer was my best friend, who I just lost this past Valentine's Day, and she's the reason that I'm Catholic. She grew up in a very Catholic home and went to Catholic school all through her life. And I went to church with her and started to find comfort in the rituals of the Catholic Church and the ritualistic part of the Mass. And so from going to church with Barb each week, then now I have my necklace that says that your wings were ready, but my heart was not. And so every Sunday morning when I'm getting ready to go to Mass, I put that on. I say, I'm taking Barb to church with me. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. Love you, Casey.
Dusty, that's my son.
Hi.
Your youngest son?
I said,
I better be your only son.
You're my only son. You're my only son.
See, I went to a Catholic
Then
school.
my baby was calling my darn side. I can't
All
pick
girls
you up to
convent
church.
school. I used to go to the church and do my homework. Even the nunnery, I used to get sent to do the homework with the sisters. I mean, I was brought up like that. My stepdad was very strict. He was Catholic.
Dustin, you made my son just smile so big. He said, "Ooh, I like her accent. Isn't she beautiful?"
So yeah, but I haven't. I mean, me personally, I love churches. I love the decoration in it. I'm obsessed with crosses. But I'll hold my hands up. I haven't been to church for a while, for a long time, because I don't know.
Showing you the love.
I don't know. I just got lost. I don't know.
Yeah. When my best friend passed, I was very angry at God that she passed away so young and so suddenly that I did not go to church for a while. And on my channel, there's a video about I'm not mad at God anymore. And that's when I started to go back to mass. And now I go every Sunday again. And I feel so much better going every Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, Snobby takes the mickey out of me because he doesn't believe in anything. But
my husband doesn't go with me. He takes me to the church, drops me at the door, comes back and picks me up at the door at the end of mass.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Dusty,
Suppose.
it was nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I have to. I'm noticing my battery is dropping rapidly. Charge last night.
Okay.
I only got a short charge this morning while I was waiting on the kids to get ready for the bus and all. So that being said, I have to go because my battery is about to go down and go. Y'all have a blessed
Will you try
day.
to pop back on when you get home?
And Joe.
Well,
I love you,
I
Liz.
will if I get back from the vet, and I have to go pick up. I was about to tell y'all I've got to go pick up dog food.
Okay.
And my husband wants to do it right after.
Okay.
And if I do get to hop in, I will. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Love you.
Dusty.
Nice to meet you,
God's
LizzAnn.
blessings on you, the world.
Nice to meet you,
Everybody
Dusty.
else too.
Oh, Dusty's not leaving.
Not leaving. Who's leaving?
LizzAnn's leaving.
Oh, bye, LizzAnn. It's nice to know
up.
you.
Love you.
Okay.
I'm going to mute and refresh my drink. I'll be right back. I'm going to mute and refresh.
Casey Denise said, love and hugs. April's up early this morning.
What? Hang on a minute.
Okay.
How'd you do it? Where's the...
Oh, I keep getting hot.
I had a dream last night that I had cancer.
So let me go back up and look at the chat. Oh, you guys, this allergies and Joy, I know you're going to understand this. These allergies have me crazy. It's like I get overheated and then I get nauseated. But Dusty, my grandmother, which I called Nanny, and that's what I am to my grandchildren is Nanny. She was the one that continued to take me to church. Now, as a child, my first memories of church were hairspray and cigarette smoke in the car ride. I mean, oh my gosh, my mom, it was in the 60s, you know, my mom would spoof up her hair but we would go to different churches. And I remember in California there, you know, they'd be loud. I mean, most of them were very loud churches we went to. So it was sporadic. And it wasn't until we moved here to Alabama, which is on the other side of the country from California, that my mom's mom, you know, she was a constant, you know, to go to church.
Yeah.
I went to many different kinds. I was baptized Baptist. So I went to Baptist. I went to holiness churches. I went to Pentecostal churches. Basically a little bit of different church. They were still, it's all, but it's sort of like the difference in worship, the worship.
Yeah.
Methodist churches worship almost like the Catholic.
Yeah.
They sprinkle, they don't baptize,
Right.
full baptized.
Mhm.
I was baptized in the little old country lake, way out in the country. And I mean, it was a little lake, and there were about probably 15 people being baptized, and so I think that's why baptism like that always touches my heart. Now, both my children were baptized in the church. They were dunked, but it was in the church. They had a thing that they kept, I don't know what I'm trying. Oh, no, you didn't. Get your fat butt. I'm going to show you.
Is it Kit or Bailey?
Oh.
My jewelry I've been going through is in this box. She decides get in this box and knock everything else over and out.
That's cats for you.
Yes. But so they have the different kinds, but I would take nothing for in the 70s when they baptized people in the river or in the lake.
Yeah.
But my grandmama, we'd go to all different churches. You know what? I'm about to put YouTube up. That's what I'm gonna do. Come here, cat. Since the cat has to have a
Yesterday they were being feisty too.
That's animals for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
my kids have animals, but I don't.
Hang on a minute. I just got a phone call. Hang on.
Okay. Aw, Denise, that's sweet. That's so sweet.
Oh, goodness. You guys, this is all right. This would be my exercise for the day, and then I'll be through because they get me all out of breath, worse than kids.
Mm-hmm.
The daycare, 12 kids. I did a daycare, and I swear the 12 kids weren't as bad as one cat and
one dog.
Oh, gosh. People don't realize that how much work picking up something can be. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Oh, no, isn't that sweet?
Yes.
When I
Thank you,
refreshed my drink, some chips jumped out of the cupboard. So I haven't eaten anything today because I was waiting to see how my stomach was going to do. And apparently it was hungry because those chips just jumped right out of the cupboard and into a bowl.
Well, now she's sitting there like she's waiting for the cat to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But, I remember what they used to call dinner on the ground. They would have homecoming at the church.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, we're going to have homecoming and dinner on the ground, which meant, you brought, the women cooked something and they brought it in covered dishes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the service, you would eat. But I can see the church in my head, and I could see they had not concrete, because that's a different. They had these tables that were made out of. Traci, I'm having a bad day today. Well, concrete, yeah. I mean, where they shaped it, you had it was tables that way. Yeah, see, even Denise remembers dinner on the ground. And how was it that people didn't get sick? Because women would cook it the day before. You're fine, Willow. We love you, and you have
Love you, Willow.
Feel better.
Feel better. Feel better. We're thinking of you.
And I'm wondering, they'd set the deviled eggs out, and it would all be set outside, and covered. But how do people not get sick from like they do now when they say you'll get sick from this or you'll get sick from that? Because mayonnaise was in the eggs. But, those are the times that I remember. Old-fashioned Baptist potluck. Yeah. And old lady pound cakes. Oh, my gosh. They would have every flavor of pound cake ever. But it's funny that different things triggers memories. But the best thing was sitting in church beside my grandmama. And my grandmama's arms were soft. My grandmama was soft, you guys. So and she had the arms that if I got sleepy in church, I'd lean on her. And, I wasn't allowed to go to sleep sometime, but I'd lean on her arms. And, oh, my gosh, that was the best feeling in the world was and going to singings. And what we call Dusty is like every Saturday night, usually they're back in the 70s and 80s, there would be groups that would sing at different churches and you would just go. That's all they would do would be, they would do quartets and these people would sing.
Yeah.
So music, like you said, music plays a very huge part of remembering my upbringing in church.
Yeah, no, it does. It's like I can remember, like I think actually the last time I went to church, it was with my nan. Like we used to go to Sunday mass and everything else. So my other nan, she's still here. God rest her soul. She's 90 today.
Wow. 93.
And she's got the onset of dementia. She's in a care home, but the only bit that she can remember so far is me. Everything, because I'm the first grandchild, so she just remembers everything about me, like I don't know, silly things like walking past the church and falling over, just silly little stories I keep getting, and I hold on to them because they're just so important.
That's so precious.
It's better than a diamond or a gold ring. It's like, because when my nan died, she died, my other nan, she died Christmas morning. And the few months later, my mum and dad got divorced. So it was like a double shock for me. And I went inside and everything else. And then I lost touch with family over the years. And I've only just the last 3-4 years got back with my nan, my other nan. And it's like we've never been apart, if you know what I mean. And I just love her to bits. I do. I see a lot of similarity in her with me. So it is. It's I don't think she's Christian. I don't think she ever went to church. I can't remember her going to church as a child. I can remember my other nan because my other nan was Italian, so she was always at church and everything. But it is what it is, isn't it? I will go back one day, I think. The church will fall down if I walk in it.
Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you. Good morning to Pat. Good morning to you.
Pat, I was talking about you this morning, but it was all good. We were talking about different time zones. And Dusty is from the UK. And what part of the UK? We say UK and we just think everybody.
13 miles from the middle of London. I'm on the boundary of London to Essex. So
Okay.
you go a few miles up the road, I'm still a London county, but I'm a London county of Essex, if that's confusing. It confuses me, so it must confuse you. But yeah.
Traci, Dusty uploaded a video on her channel of their trip through, was it London, wasn't it?
Yeah. Up to London, because Snobby's mate had a heart attack. So he's in St Bartholomew's Hospital. So we go up there and visit him, and that's why I've done the video. So I thought, I'll let you see a bit.
I will look that up.
Yeah.
And Pat, I was right. Pat's from Singapore, Dusty.
Wow.
So yeah. So she's up late tonight. Pat, what time is it right now in Singapore? And she does different crafts and stuff. She does not like showing herself, but she shows her hands and she shows things that she does.
That's it. That's fair enough.
She's going to visit London this November.
Oh, is she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whereabouts is she going to go in London?
She hasn't answered yet. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. Good morning to Raven. Good morning to you. It's 9:32 in the evening in Singapore. What part of London are you going to visit, Pat? Or all of what? A tour of London or?
So Dusty, I bet you've been so used to the men's show. That's why when they said something about Dusty has her own channel, and I'm like, that's why I was like, well, what's your wife's name? What is her channel?
Oh dear. Yeah, I just started. It's still new. I've only been doing it a few months. It's just getting time to do things to put on it as well. It's like, obviously it's new to my routine, so
Darlene and I are still pretty new too, really.
Yeah, April.
Something you think that people don't want to watch, but then you watch it on other channels like dogs playing or a walk over the park, and then Snobby says to me, but people will watch it, and I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then think, if you get a minute, you can always jump in here with us. Look, you have to tell your husband, that's some crazy American women over there now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like yesterday, right? Obviously I've got a daughter, she's 29 years old, she's still at home, she's my best friend, bits, and I nick her shoes, she nicks my shoes, I nick her clothes, she nicks some of mine. So, and we go out shopping and obviously use cotton pads to take your makeup off. And they're normally just stuffed in the packet. You pull one out and you know they get everywhere on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I've looked in the shops and they're like £4 for a tube, £5 for a tube, depending on what style you want and everything else. So I was with her and I said, I'll just make one. So I got her to buy Pringles, you know, the Pringle tube.
Mm-hmm.
And I've glittered it all on the outside and the lid, cut the hole down the side and put the pads in. So now they've got their own home instead of paying for it.
There you go, yeah.
And then I was sitting here this morning, I'm thinking, I really should have put that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, Dusty, if this woman right here could take a cereal box and deconstruct it and then wear it on Friday, then you could pretty much use a Pringle can. And I really did that. So there is a video from I was lazy, I think, this Friday, but there's a video that I had my son upload and he put music to it of me taking a Lucky Charms box and making a hat for Hat Day. My friend LizzAnn that was just on, our friend that was just on.
Yeah.
She one day just took, because it's silly. Friday is the time for all of us just to be silly. You know, I think we need silly sometimes in our lives because we get pushed down with a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
So I told LizzAnn, I said, well, I'm gonna make you one. And because she took a cup holder, you know, if you go through McDonald's or where the cup holders, she done put it on her head and pulled her hair in, you know, pulled her hair through.
Yeah.
And so, and what, last week she had
One day she had a bag on her head.
Burger King bag. I don't know if you guys have Burger King over. I know McDonald's is everywhere.
Yeah, we have Burger King.
So yeah, she used the.
I gotta shut a window. It's raining.
All right. And so anyway, I told her, I said, well, I'm gonna make you a hat. She said, well, I want a homemade top hat. I said, okay. And I looked. I said, I'll make you one out of crackers. And what we call crackers is saltine crackers.
Yeah.
And I said, I have the box right over there. So I'm gonna make you your hat out of a cracker box. So she can't wait for me to do her hat from a cracker box. So
there you go.
I mean, so yeah, I take regular stuff and make something different out of it too, because I can't work. I hurt. It's like, how long was I on Monday, Traci? Because you done dropped off. It was what, almost 4 hours
until noon. Because I watched when I went back and watched from when I left to when I came on. Pat said she will be going to Paris, London, House of Parliament, Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and many more.
Good. Good. I think Big Ben's having a lot of work done to it at the moment, though, because I don't think it's chiming anymore. Because they're fixing the dial or something to do with that. But yeah, it'd be nice. Will be nice.
That was always something that
we went to St. Paul's on that video that I done of the journey too. We took a trip to St. Paul's, and Snobby's got it on his video. He done a mail call outside St. Paul's, and that's where Lady Diana and Prince Charles got married. So, we went to go in now, but we didn't know. I mean, it's our own country, but we didn't know we have to pay £20 each to go in now.
Wow.
That's what we said. We were like, okay, I'm not paying to go into something that's my heritage.
Right.
Yeah, £20 a lot. Well, it ain't. It's £40. That's 40 English pounds. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So he just done it outside and saw all the architecture and everything else. But we could have gone in there if we'd gone about 5 o'clock in the evening. But at that time, we're trying to get home through rush hour and everything. So otherwise, it's murder. It's murder to get home.
So, Pat, if you don't mind me asking, how would I say it? That is, if you go to Dusty's channel, I believe that the last one you uploaded, Dusty?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It is the last one she just uploaded, Pat. It's been a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yes, and that was all of the East End. I mean, the East End of London, it's like we've got Canary Wharf, which is a big financial area. It's all new. It was built, it's like a new island, because when I was a child, it was the Isle of Dogs with all factories and boats and everything else. So that's where my daughter works. So that's all new. And then we go through Aldgate East, Limehouse. Well, do you know the story of the Cray twins?
The what?
The Krays. Krays. No? Well, it's they were infamous gangsters in London back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. They literally owned that area: Bow, Aldgate East, Limehouse, Canning Town, and then they got put in prison. I think one of them died in prison a good few years ago. But they've done a lot of naughty things, but there's films on them and everything. So that we went through that area, and then we come up to Whitechapel, which is Jack the Ripper. You know about Jack the Ripper?
Yep, that I know about. Yep.
And Brick Lane, Petticoat Lane, all that area, which Jack the Ripper was about the Whitechapel area. So you see, I mean, we didn't go down the side streets. We just went on the main road because obviously it's like one main road. It's like a link road, I think Snobby says. But I mean, it is. You can go on Jack the Ripper tours up London. I'm still dying to do that of a night. They walk you around the streets where he done all the murders and everything else. I mean, and London is nice. The nice bits of London, you've still got all the old cobbles in the little back streets with the pubs, and then you've got like a nice new boutique by the side of it. I mean, I love history. I love knowing that I walk down that street and many years ago, they used to throw their rubbish on the streets. There'd be awesome carts. I love that feeling of knowing that they're hundreds of years old.
Right. That would be awesome.
Yeah, to think that it's in a lot of action, them streets. A lot of action. I mean, in the war and everything. It's. I love London. It is nice. It's people say, oh, you can see London really quick, but really you can't, because if you do all the back streets, it's not quick. It's quite a long time, and you can get lost. I get lost every time I go up there.
Atlanta is one of the biggest hubs for, I think, one of the biggest airports in the United States is Atlanta Airport. That's just an hour away from me. And even though I lived there for a while on the outskirts of it, no, I didn't know my way around there. Just because, like, you live right outside of London doesn't mean you know that you could just go do everything. No, I just didn't go nowhere without my husband because, you know. All right, Pat, and I wrote down that what you said, the Chris twins, because I guarantee there's a documentary on them. I love watching documentaries.
There's documentaries, there's films, there's everything. The Krays, Krays.
Krays.
Yeah, I love documentaries.
And so, it is true.
Pat,
is true story.
I don't want to be rude, but what religion did you follow as you grew up? What did what strong? Oh, Kayas.
No, Krays.
So what female figure in your life, Pat, shaped you to, I guess, be the woman you are with your ideals and you know, your strength? April says she's been to Atlanta many times and still hasn't seen it all.
No.
And no, I don't want.
Atlanta's huge.
I don't want to see it all. I mean, it's there's places that you just don't want to go.
Yeah, there's some scary places in Atlanta.
Look, there's places here. There's places up the road from me that people have been shot.
Yeah.
Right up the road from us a few years ago, there was it's like a gas station right by a police station. And somebody drove up to the gas station, pushed this young boy out of the car that had been shot, and he was in high school. Pushed him out the car right there and left him and took off.
Yeah.
And so
it happens all the time around here. We've got a lot of knife crime now in this like in London, and it's all postcode linked. So say if you're from Barking and you're going to Romford, yeah, 2 different postcodes. The boys in Romford will want to fight the boys in Barking because they're not meant to be in their area. Yeah, all the drugs get involved and everything. It's like, I thank God my kids they grew up past that, if you know what I mean. They're like 28 and 29 now, so I haven't got to worry about them so much. You still have to worry because boys walk down the street on their way home from wherever, from work, from seeing their girlfriend, and they get stabbed just for mistaken identity.
Oh my goodness.
A lot goes on in England, but I mean, you could argue about it until you've got no breath, right? But it's a big ball of things. One, there's nothing for the youth to do. Yeah, they've taken everything away. You have to pay to go to the cinema. You have to pay to go to the ice rink. There's no youth clubs around now, and everything else. So, what do children do when they're in their teens? They hang about on the streets. They start getting in trouble and start getting misled because they've got no one there to guide them that's sensible, and then they start damaging people's property, wanting to take people's property, and then it goes further, and then the next step is people start getting stabbed and hurt. It's like, we can blame this, we can blame that, but the main thing is they shouldn't have taken away the recreational things for the children to do.
That's the same type of thing that happened over here.
Yeah.
Good morning to Alma. Good morning to you. Good morning to Alma. Good morning to you.
All right. Pat says she was brought into Christianity by her brother when she was in high school. So Pat, so was it your brother instead of a woman that kind of you leaned on, or you knew was there for you? And Alma, what about you, Alma? We're talking about she's been sick.
Oh
no, Alma.
So sorry, Alma.
Sorry.
Traci's been sick too. She's what she calls flaking
I'm flaking it till I make it today.
So Alma, were you raised Catholic, or what form of religion were you raised in? I guess I would say, and what was it? What woman figure shaped who you are? Good. See, Pat, it was just my grandmama. I don't know what I would have done. Alma.
That's what I've been pretty much too. A little bit of everything. And right now, I'm practicing Catholicism, but I've been to the Baptist church. I've been to Christian Reformed church. I've been to all kinds of church. Whoever would pick up kids in the neighborhoods, I would go to that church.
That explains a lot, I bet. All right, how did you raise that wonderful son of yours? What was he raised, Catholic, or what was he raised? But see, I was on the prayer channel yesterday with Anthony. He asked if I could fill in, and John was on there, and me and John are Baptist Costals. So we are old time Baptists and kind of Pentecostal. So we kind of get loud, and I'm very loud with my worship.
Right.
So But yesterday, when he asked if I'd come on, it took me by surprise when he asked me to. When he told of my Facebook channel, and he put it out there of the suicide awareness, and it kind of really took me, it kind of surprised me. But he asked me to pray for his wife. And then there was somebody else that, I prayed for. And Traci, that, how I am, that kind of, I don't know. God just wants me to be bold, ladies. And I found myself, Traci, doing the thing that I do. If I don't have something cool in my hand, when it gets personal, Dusty, I tend to kind of close up. They couldn't see, but the more I would talk, the tighter that I would, the tighter I would try to
hold yourself into, yep.
Yes. And so I don't know why I do that. And because God doesn't want me to be that way. He wants me to be able to be bold and say, well, Dusty, welcome, and how do you feel about this? So you probably think I am a bold person. But
people get that image from me that I'm confident and everything else. But my mother-in-law, I've known her since I was 14, and she is the best woman in this world. I can't ask for a better mother-in-law. And she always told me to put your face on. Yeah, make sure your hair's done, and then you can fight the world. Yeah, so that's what I do. Even when I'm sad, I put my face on. I mean, people think I'm confident and outgoing, but inside, I really ain't. I'm shy. I don't like opening up to people a lot because of what I've gone through in life with certain situations. I tend to keep a lot of it in.
Yeah,
and that's why I now go boxing, because it was either going to make me go crazy or I had to let it out in another form. Yeah, so I go boxing, and it does relieve the stress. It relieves everything, because I am a protective person. Anyone in my family gets hurt, I just want to protect them to the hilt. But it's not practical, because I'm only doing the self-damage in my health. So by keeping it up, I'm still like pent up. I'm still causing myself to have stress inside my body. So to relieve it, I go boxing, and it does help. It helps. It helps me.
So you mean you don't go watch it? You actually go and you box?
Yeah. I punch a bag. It's a big bag.
Yeah.
And I just punch it.
Well,
that seems like that would have to feel good sometimes.
Yeah, there's 65 women in one class.
Wow.
So it is a big thing for women.
Wow.
Yeah, and you get one man, and he stands on the stage, and he tells you what punches to do, like two left, two right, uppercut, down, squat, whatever. It is a form of exercise, but because you're punching a bag, because you're punching a bag, you don't think of it as an exercise thing. It is a big stress reliever. I come out of there and I feel like,
oh, Snobby better watch out. If you
well, no, but do you know what I mean? It's like, and because I am the shortest one in my house, right? Snobby's taller, my daughter's taller, and my son is taller. And they're all outspoken, and sometimes I have to sit there and be quiet. And what I want to say doesn't get heard. Because they go, oh, shut up, mum, shut up, mum. And I just sit there like that. So now I go boxing. But yeah, I'm not so confident as what people think.
Well, now you just talking about, now how tall are you, Dusty?
5 foot.
I'm 5'5", so I'm not a lot taller, but a little bit.
I'm taller than that, Tracy. You seem taller. I'm 5. I used to be 5'8", but I'm 5'6".
I'm 5'5".
And
Well, my great nan, she was 4'9" in the end. She literally shrunk. Yeah. My mum is 4'11". My youngest sister's 4'10", and I think both my sisters are 4'10". My brother is 5 foot, and my dad's 5'1". We're all short. We are all small.
you know, now I'm the short one because let me. I'll just see. I can say it easier than I can type because I'm not like Tracy. I don't type as fast as he does. But Alma, my mother-in-law, I don't know if you hear us talk about MawMaw, but it's Xshydovex. I know you've had to see her come across.
Yeah.
We just call her MawMaw. But she has been more of the mom for me. And she loved going to church, but it's the getting dressed and getting there. She doesn't get to do now.
Yeah.
Well, Pat, we love you, and I am so glad.
Goodbye, Pat. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Pat. Enjoy London.
And
good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dwayne. Good morning to you.
You know, I had the two fellas yesterday said their wives don't talk much, and their wives don't. I said, well, you'll be surprised because sometimes the wives feel like they can't talk to their husbands. So I said, you would be surprised that sometimes that when they get, when they have another woman to listen, that they open up and they find,
Snobby tries to force me to come up. He's like, go up, go up, go up. But I like to sit back, watch the people, to see if they're people I would mix and I would talk to in real life. And if they are, then I will talk to you. Yeah, it's just because I'm not judgmental, but I don't know.
I've been in the chats. I understand what you're saying, Destiny.
Yeah, there's things I agree a woman should say, and there's things I agree a woman shouldn't say. Yeah,
Amen.
The dirty, sooty talk, yes, leave that to men, right? I don't like. You've got this woman thing going on at the moment, ain't you? Women's rights and all that crap, right? Now, I agree because I'm a woman. I don't work. My daughter works, and I agree that she should be paid as much as a man should be if she's doing the same work. I totally agree.
Right.
But there is things that women can't do in this world. It's like my son is a mechanic. I've seen him out the front doing a car. He lifted the gearbox, the whole gearbox, and he was lying under the car and he put it on his chest. And he was still working and he had it resting on his chest, right? Yes, it was probably wrong because there is machines that he could get to make his life easier, but he likes to do it the hard way. There is no way a woman could do it. No way. Unless she's built like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry. I'm quite handy. I can do things, yeah. I've laid the drive out the front. I've laid the garden out the back. I've done the bathroom. There is things that I can do, but then there is things that I need a man for. Like, it's just muscles. It's just our muscle definition in our body is totally different. Yeah. So
definitely.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. It's like I don't know. This is all new to me, this YouTube.
Well,
yeah.
That's why I said that I go to different channels now. I don't know if you've met Mystic Days of Mystique.
Mystique.
All right.
No.
Now he has one of the Jimmy C has been on his channel, or he's been on his. And then the other guy yesterday that was in the top right-hand corner, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name, that he is from here, and he's been in his channel. Now, when they're in there, and if they invite me in, like I said, I know it is equivalent to what we call the man cave. I know that.
Yeah.
But I'll jump in, I'll say hello, and thank them for having me to jump in, and then
Yeah.
I'll come out.
Yeah.
Because I know, like you said, there's going to be the language. That's their room. Just like this is my kitchen, and I invite people into my home in my kitchen.
Yeah.
If you visit somebody's house, you're respectful when you go into their house.
1000%.
Yes. So, I'm glad that yesterday I got to meet you. From jumping in, I got to meet you, and I'm glad there was something you saw that you joined my channel and knew you could come on.
Yeah.
Not to have to worry about what the women were going to be saying out of their mouth.
Yeah.
And so
it's all about respect for yourself, innit? If you want to be treated with respect, then you have to give respect. Yeah. And you can't sit there and talk like a man, right? And then when somebody says something to you, get all jumpy about it, all protective about it, yeah, because you don't like it. But hang on a minute, that is how you are. You're opening yourself up for that. So you respect yourself. You conduct yourself how you want to be treated. It's like when I go on certain chats, like if Snobby's here, I only do it when Snobby's here. Yeah. Maybe this is me. Sometimes Snobby says I'm a bit old-fashioned, right? But I come from a broken home.
Me too.
So a marriage to me is sacred. Yeah, that is it.
Absolutely.
And I respect my husband in the way, whereas I'm not going to go on another chat and talk sooty mouth with a man while my husband is sitting over the other side of the front room, or even texting it, saying it. It's just as bad. Yeah, because I have respect for myself, and I have major respect for my husband, that he don't want to hear his wife do that.
Right. I gotta sing to Pearl Nini. Good morning, Pearl Nini. Good morning to you. Good morning, Pearl Nini. Good morning to you.
And it's like when I have been on chats with the lovely blokes, they are lovely blokes. They're all Snobby's friends, and I'm respectful and I say hello to them all. And then they start off with the dirty jokes, and I go, look, I'm a lady. I don't do this. I'm sorry. And I will just sit there with my mouth shut and not say nothing.
The way I do, Dusty, with one of my new friend Mystique, if I see her husband's come on, I will, if it pops up a notification, I'll go in there, and because she's going to be bringing him coffee. He's downstairs, and he'll say, babe, will you bring me some coffee? And she's back and forth. She's 33, young. She's very young woman. Like I said, she could be my daughter. So anyway, what I do now that I've met her and she's come on the show, is what I do is sometimes I'll say my hellos, jump in there and say, hey, and then I jump out. I'm going to jump out and do chat with your wife. I'll mute the men folks, and then I chat, on the side with his wife.
Yeah.
Because so if ever you're in there and if I see you, I can always, my phone was acting crazy, mute I call it the man cave talk.
Yeah.
And chat with you. I mean,
I'm not that much. It's not the men so much. Men, I expect it from men.
Yeah, it's
it's men.
Women that are drawn to it.
Yeah, it's like the men that like when you used to go into a pub. You got pubs? Have you got pubs where you are? I don't know if
We
or
got
bars.
bars.
Yeah, and you'd walk in a pub and you'd get a group of men drinking and stuff be coming out of their mouth. I've got 3 stepbrothers. I've got a real stepbrother. I've got a son. I know what comes out of their mouth. And even with my son today, sometimes he comes home from work and he says a joke and I go, do you know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's a bit too rude for me or whatever. Yeah. And but you expect it from a man. When you hear it from women, I just sit back and I think, really? Really?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to do that to get, if you've got to do that to get attention, then I feel sorry for them. I really do. Because people I mix with in this world, I mix with a lot of women, a lot of strong-willed women, women that work and everything else. And we go out and none of my friends talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, do I want to get involved in that? I like to sit back, judge people, if that's the word. And if I believe that we've got something in common or whatever alike, then I will talk to you. That's it. And also, it's about self-protection as well, isn't it? Because you have to protect yourself a bit, because you can get drawn into situations and conversations, and then before you know it, bang, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got myself into that.
Yeah.
I kind of got into, because I'm a very naive person. I know Dwayne knows it, that I love people, and I love, wait, Alma says I love and respect my hubby, but he gets his own coffee. I've got to curate.
But in our house, it's the opposite. Rank doesn't drink coffee, but he sets up the coffee pot for me every single night, so that in the morning I just have to push the button.
You know, should I tell you a secret? And everyone else, Snobby ain't made me a cup of coffee for 15 years.
How long have you been together?
Every time he does it wrong.
Oh, okay. How long have you been together, Dusty?
I even went down to drinking black coffee, and he'd put a huge spoon of coffee in it. It was like the spoon would stand up.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So in the end, I was like, no more. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I don't need your help.
How long have the two of you been together, Dusty?
I met him at 14. He was 17. And then we moved in together in 1990 when we had our first daughter. And then we had our son in 91. And we got married 9 years later. So 32 years, I think, all in all.
Wow, that's awesome.
As long as me and my husband.
Yeah.
So, and I have been together almost 31 years.
Yeah.
Mine finally will, he'll bring me coffee. But now when it comes to eggs, I don't know how all of a sudden I forget that I don't cook eggs correct for him. Right. So after all these years, he'll come in here if he's hungry, he'll say, well, I'm going to go in there and fix me some grits and eggs. I said, you want me to do it? No, I'll do it. I don't know how I all of a sudden started messing up eggs. So, he does it. So there's a lot of changes when you're with somebody that long. Things that used to irritate you when you first got together, if they're worth keeping, you keep them, because eventually they're going to pick up their own clothes, and I promise they're going to take them to the washroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I can't wait for that to happen.
Well, Casey knows if I'm Casey. My husband knows, like, if I'm hurting, he'll say, well, I'll get those clothes. Yeah. And, but then my son helps a lot. My son will take them from the washroom and hang them, and take them and hang them up in our room. Mm-hmm. Because picking up that fat cat, like I did, and having to pick up something off the floor dusty sometimes, that does me and Traci. You know, having chronic pain when you're to do everything for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Right does so much, and it happens over time. Yes, I understand. I'm getting very sleepy, and I'm getting very fidgety.
She's hurt when she's like me. When she starts rocking back and forth, that's when I know.
Yeah.
That. But you know what, Dwayne? She was hurting before she came on, and she has sung to everybody that has come on.
See, I have mild osteoporosis in my neck and my shoulders, like the middle of my neck and the bottom of my neck. I have it there, but I used to suffer with neck ache quite a lot, and my shoulder, and I couldn't lift. Went to doctors. They told me that. I went for physio. They told me in physio that I've got no my limits, but I can't stop doing anything. And I stopped doing this certain exercise because this exercise group used to just mainly work on your arms, and big muscle across the back of your neck. Once that goes, I can't do nothing. So I stopped doing that, and I was a bit hesitant with the boxing because obviously it's your arms and your neck. But touch wood, since I've been boxing, it doesn't hurt.
Maybe that's what's keeping you from being stiff.
Yeah, I don't get that pain where you can't move your neck and you're like that, and I don't get that anymore. So,
good morning, Andar. Good morning to you. Good morning, Andar. Good morning to you.
Yes, so I'm lucky in that respect. I mean, my mum's got osteoporosis all over, which I don't want to get. And luckily, hopefully, I won't get it because I don't drink, I don't smoke, so it won't. My mum drunk and smoke, whether that's got anything to do with it.
It does.
They say it does, and I do believe that it's true. I don't drink, but I smoke, but I've been smoking since I was 13 years old, and I just am not emotionally ready to give up that vice. I just can't do it.
But Traci, I didn't smoke or drink and do all that. Well, I did, as a teenager, a quick piece of your life.
Yeah.
But Dusty, I've had 5 discs removed from my neck and replaced. So I have it from my neck all the way to my tailbone. I have rheumatoid, osteo, and fibro. I didn't do any of those things, and my other siblings don't have what I have.
All right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My parents, I think my grandmother, I think she had arthritis because I remember her feet, the way her toes, and her hands. So, and I started developing mine at 40.
Yeah.
And it hit hard. I'm 50. I'm gonna just say 55. My birthday's just in a short while on October 10th. So
my younger sister's got it in her hip. But she doesn't drink or smoke, but she doesn't do exercise. She's not an exercise person. So my nan passed of breast cancer. So I'm not, and she was only young. She was only 62 when my nan died. So, But my other nan, as I said, she's still here. She's 90. She's got no arthritis where her hands are all messed up or nothing like that. The only thing she's got is dementia. And my dad did warn me that because I'm the eldest and he's the eldest, that it can run in the family. So that if that's all I've got to worry about, then the only thing I'm scared of is forgetting music, forgetting the words to a song. That'd kill me.
My mom, she smokes continuously from the time she wakes up till she goes to bed. Yeah. But she also drinks from the time she gets up till she goes to bed. She's been doing that forever. How in the world? And goody powders. I don't know if you've ever heard of goody powders. She's been taking them forever. How in the world? She still has the stomach. I don't know.
Yeah.
So she's almost 80. You know, her and MawMaw my mother-in-law, I call MawMaw. Her and MawMaw are the same age.
Yeah.
And how in the world my mom, that has been drinking so much all these years and smoking like she does.
I don't know. This is what me and Snobby was saying the other day. Like, obviously, you get reality checks every now and then, and because of his friend had a heart attack and everything, and Snobby smokes, and obviously, me and the kids looked at him and said, like, "Are you going to give up?" and everything. He'll do it when he's ready, but it is a worry for us. But then, in another breath, we know people that are still smoking at 90 years old.
Yeah.
And they've got nothing wrong with them. So really, it just boils down to the makeup of your body and everything else, really. All the DNA and everything else.
When you were talking about what like men can do that women can't.
Yeah.
When I walk on the back deck, I remember, and MawMaw remembers, I was out there helping my husband, picking up the lumber, helping him hold the things, the main post, holding them straight while he poured the concrete in the hole, quickcrete. When the people that roofed the house forever ago, I guess I was about 32, when they made the front porch fall in. The front, porch. So my husband, he redone it, me and him. And he would have me hold up stuff, and I'd be like, I can't. And I would do my best. And I did. He was so used to having me work side by side with him.
Yeah.
And so from 40 to now, something as simple as him handing me a tea that is in a, with the lid on it, and he just hands it to me and walks out. I'm sitting there, I can't open it.
No.
And Casey, when Casey hands me, or Starbucks, what we do for Porch Church, when he hands them to me, he's already unwrapped them and he's already popped the lid.
Yeah.
And if we go get some takeout food, he gets everything out, and he'll say, "Mom, are you okay to get out?" I said, "Yeah." Well, he waits at the steps.
Yeah.
And even with stuff in his hands, he's gonna make sure that I'm little by little walking up those steps. His dad, bless his heart, he'll get out. I'm right in the house, and I'm sitting there with everything in my lap, and I'm like, okay. Oh my goodness. And I get the stuff, I open the car door, and when I first step out, I'm like, oh gosh, oh. And I stand there for a minute, and Traci probably knows the feeling. You have to stand there a minute. You have to make sure your legs are going to work.
Yeah.
And then I have all this stuff in my hands, and I'll think, God bless him. And I go up one step at a time, leaning on the banister. And I come in. So he still sees me as the wife that did everything.
Yeah.
And my son's the caregiver.
Yeah.
You guys. And everybody out there. The ones out here that know my son, Casey. Oh, well, good. Ann is collecting Bibles for the Porch Church. My son does Porch Church. He does the Bible. We finished it from Genesis to Revelations in a year. We finished it. Ann, has he posted? Let me mute, because I'm going to do our intercom system. It's already set up. So Traci, when you feel like it, if you want to listen, since he usually puts you to sleep when he talks.
Darlene, I think I do have to go. I'm really struggling.
All right, do that. And 11 o'clock.
Take care.
I love
Thank you. It was so nice to meet you, Dusty.
Thank you. See you again.
Yeah, I hope she's going to be back.
I will be listening to Casey, but I may not be there at the end like I was yesterday.
All right. I love you.
I
Take
love you
care.
all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So Dusty, this is my interaction. This is, I met Traci. I just happened across one of her videos, and I left a comment, and since then, she's been my best friend. And most of these people I met through the jewelry community my son got in, and Dwayne, which is Mothership Products.
Yeah.
He does auctions, and he does storage units, so he's a reseller.
Uh-huh.
And most of these people in here, they either buy the jewelry or they resell.
Yeah.
And they kind of incorporated my family. We're Crawleys, which the Crawley name came from, I forget if Crawley is Scott. What would that originate from, Dusty?
The what?
Crawley, Crawley.
I wouldn't know.
When I look it up, I forget. It's a variation of Crowley. But anyway, our family, they all incorporate us as their family. So everybody that shows up here, I tell them, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Oh, Dusty, you're here now. I'm going to claim you on my taxes. And you're part of the family.
Thank you.
You're part of the family now.
Thank you.
Denise is my new friend. And some of these are my new friends. Some go back almost a year.
Yeah.
And, I came from a workplace with a lot of women, a lot of people who all of a sudden I'm in my house and I'm hurting too bad to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And, I'm just closed up in my room. And
That's it.
so, Pearl Nini, you're not old. Dwayne says Old English, that means woodland clearing. Anglo-Saxon and Irish. That's right. Anglo-Saxon and Irish.
All right.
And so our family, that everybody took us in, and everybody is so accepting and loving. And I branched out, I'm meeting people like Snobby and, that group, which, like I said, I'll come in and I speak, but Dusty, I don't do like you said. I'm not the woman that's going to be raunchy. We call it raunchy. I'm not going to be the woman.
You can be raunchy. It's just being potty mouthed, isn't it? It's just talking like you're a sailor.
But and I don't. And
no, and I don't.
So,
do you know what I mean? It's like today I'm 47 years old, and today if I swear in a conversation and my dad is there, I will say sorry. Do you know what I mean? I don't swear in front of my dad. If I see friends of my dad that I knew when I was a child, I still call them aunt and uncle today. Yeah. So it's just I mean, even my dad, because he used to work on the London Underground, he'd come back with jokes and he'd show Snobby.
Oh, my dad too.
Yeah, and I'd go, "Oh, show me, Dad," and he'd go, "No, it's not for you. It's not for you." And I'm thinking, oh, okay. In a way, I was a bit upset because I'm thinking, hang on, I'm married, I've got 2 children, I'm a big girl. But at the same time, I suppose he's just like, he doesn't want his daughter to be like that. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand it.
But I know But I noticed that when they like Jimmy C, when he invited me in yesterday, they all of a sudden got very polite. They're very polite.
Yeah.
And very,
That's how
very
you conduct yourself. And that's it. It's like how you conduct yourself is how you're going to be treated. That's how I look at it.
But I'm so glad. I'm glad I met them because it led.
Yeah. And they are lovely people. They really are lovely people. I like Jimmy makes me laugh. They do make me laugh.
Well, that one, he's from here too. He's just all over the place, and he makes me laugh, and I forget his name. But then there's the one with the music that I used his song.
Hazy Days.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love his music. Alma says she's Cuba, Spain, and I believe she's part Irish. Because going to Ireland is on my bucket list, and I'm a redhead too. Alma, you're redhead. Look, Alma.
I'm a quarter Italian. My mum's half Italian and my nanny's Italian, so.
And I'm a blonde. I am my natural color, and I'll show you guys, but I have to cover up. What do they say when you show your license? Okay. That's my hair color.
Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Oh my God, that don't look like you. Wow.
That was how I used to keep my hair that short.
Wow. I've had all different hair colours. I was born blonde because my dad's a ginger, covered in freckles.
Dwayne said, "Oh, we know you're a blonde, darling." I know, Dwayne. The only color, Dusty, that goes right with me is red because I was strawberry blonde when I was little.
Yeah.
So, my husband, first time I dyed my hair, put some red color for a Halloween, and my husband shut up three-legged hamster. He calls my brain the three-legged hamster. Dwayne Mothership does.
Yeah.
But first time I added some color to my hair for Halloween, and I went in there. My husband had this funny look on his face. Now I was probably in my early 30s, and I said, "Oh, does it look bad?" He said, "Mm-mm." Girl, the next day I dyed my hair red, and I was red. I was red from 30 to 40, and then let it go back blonde.
Yeah.
From 40 to 50, and 50 I went back red.
Oh, and, there you
go. So yeah, and you was talking about treating yourself, doing something for you.
Yeah.
I told my husband last night, I said, "Baby, I need $10." And he already lets me get a makeup subscription through the mail. I said, "I need $10." And he's okay. And so I said, "Look, I don't have roots." I said, "I got a huge grove." I said, "I got to cover this. I've got to cover this because I have my roots are showing, and I don't want Dwayne to think that I'm really blonde." He's so cheeky, I think they say cheeky. Do you say cheeky? That's mothership.
Yeah.
But he said he hasn't seen his wife's true hair color for the first 2.5 years that he's known her. But yeah, my daughter has done hers all different colors.
Yeah.
Black, she pulls off black hair color. When my son used to dress up, when he used to dress up like a Catholic schoolgirl, and I'm sorry, you guys, I'm not sorry. I mean, I'm sure Dwayne has seen pictures of Casey when he did go through that phase. My son, it was just in here. He could pull off black. He had a black wig that he would wear, and he's blonde, and he looked very good in black. I don't do black. I can't do black hair. I just do blonde and red.
Oh no, I've been every colour. I've been my natural colour. I've had blonde with blue in it. I've had when my nan died and I got all her makeup. I found because obviously my nan was Italian. And she used to have this black. How can I put it? I used to look at her like a movie star. She always had long red nails, red lipstick, and like a beehive sort of hair, and it was jet black. And she was a caretaker for a community hall, but she always looked like she was going to go out for dinner. She never looked a mess, and she'd have a lovely apron on, but her nails were just like, oh, I couldn't do anything with the length of the nails. So when she passed, like, we got some bits of her, and I found I was given her black hair dye. So I thought, I'll go and try it. So I've had black hair. It didn't suit me. Didn't suit me at all because I'm fair skinned. I've had brown hair, red hair, ginger hair, blonde.
Did I call you Derek, Dwayne? Dwayne is, he said, I used to threaten to dye his hair black. He said, he's a ginger. He said, he'd look like a gothic ghost.
Yeah.
Did I call him Derek? I probably called him Derek. I mean,
yeah. It's like my sisters. I've got one brother who's got blonde. He used to have like this colour now is bleach. This is all bleach. But his hair used to be this colour, and he used to have really tight curls all over his head. My sister, who's a year younger than me, she's olive skinned. She looks Italian. She looks like my nan's. But then my other sister, they're both dark haired. She's got dark hair, but she's not olive skinned. She's very like fair colour. And my daughter has got olive skin, and she's got long straight brown hair, and she's never dyed. She's tried it a few times, but she goes back to her brown natural colour. So,
well, Alma, I don't like the light color red for me now. But now I used purple. I used a shade of violet that was more on the purple side, but I think this time I'm going back to the red velvet. It looks just like when you make up red velvet cake. It almost looks like blood. There's places in my bathroom in there that I don't know how the dye got on the wall. It looks like somebody was killed. And on my cabinet here, there's a couple spots. I don't know how I do it, but I think it's because it hurts now to try to. I dye my own hair.
Oh yeah.
But I love your hair color, and see, Traci's is natural. That was on the panel. I love. I said if I could go ahead and go from this to your hair color and Traci's hair color, I would keep that.
Well, my nan's sister, my great aunt, who's still here, she's the last one that's still here. She's white. Her hair is white, and I'd love to have that shade, but I mean, she's 87, so I've got to get to that age, I suppose. I just don't want to go through that grey stage. Like, the roots come. I had my roots done just this weekend. My hairdresser come round and she done it, and yeah, every time like they get about that big, and then I have to have it bleached. I can't stand the roots.
I do too, because good morning, Wanda. I do too, because now when you go from dark, when you go from light hair and then you go as dark as this is on me, it shows. I mean, my hair grows. It's growing wild. I've never had my hair this long. And so about once a month, I guess. Or about once a month I ask my husband, can I get the $10? But I don't go to the salon to have it done. I'll do it myself.
No, that's it. My hairdresser comes round here once a month. It costs me £20 to £25. If I have a cut, £5, and if it's just the bleach, £20.
So I don't know the conversion.
That's about $15, I think, $17 in your money.
Girl, just to have the hair trim, if I were to go up here and just have my
Yeah,
hair trim, would be $25.
I know. Over here, I know. Over here, if I went to a hairdresser's, because now they do different stages. They do the junior, then it goes to the stylist, then it goes to the next person, and then it goes to the top person who owns the salon. I could be paying £80 to £150 for my hair. It's ridiculous.
Yes. So what I do,
So $10 is nothing.
yeah, what I do is after I have a something coming up, and I don't want to do my hair and cut it and all that before then. But for me to have it done the way I want to have it done, I go to the school, the technical school.
Yeah.
All right, I go to the technical school.
Yeah.
That's only for $5.
Yeah.
And I'm wanting to do something different to it. So it will cost approximately $35, which is a lot better than almost $100. I ain't spending $100 on my hair.
No.
I used to. I mean, when I permed it back in the 80s, the 80s.
Yeah.
And I had the blonde and I had the spiral perm in it.
Yeah.
Back then, it was $70, I think.
I know.
That was a lot of money. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to keep, I didn't have to dye my hair. I just kept it the way it was. And as it grew out, the color was, I called dirty blonde.
Well, I was going to have that name, actually. Instead of dusty blonde, I was going to have dirty blonde, because it's a shade of a blonde.
Yeah.
And Snobby's going, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Oh,
so I've done dusty blonde, which can be another shade of a blonde.
Because I understand his reasoning on that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still get a little bit of, I don't know what you want to call it, tongue-in-cheek words off of fellas because of the dusty blonde, but...
Yeah, they were asking where you were at, I think, yesterday.
Yeah.
And but no, I would go through the different hair colors, and we have an in-ground pool. It's not working now, but it was hard to keep my red hair when I would be in the chlorine all the time during the summer.
Yeah.
So I finally let it go back blonde. And so during the summer, it would get very, very light. And of course, into the winter, you'd get all these different colors to it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm watching the time. My son he'll come to the door, or Dwayne will say Porch Church time. But I'll look
into buying something. My daughter bought it. It's from Babyliss, and it's about that long, and it's got a great big ball there in the middle, and you put a strand of hair in it, you close it, it whirls your hair around, and then it beeps for, I don't know, 5 seconds, and then you release it, and when you release it, you get this lovely corkscrew curl. And when she goes out, because she's got long hair like you, I do it halfway up, and then she just brushes her fingers through it, and it looks like, like the old movie stars. It looks like they're sort of big, bouncy curls, and that's it. She used to go to the hairdressers and get it done, and it used to cost her £25 just to curl the bottom of her hair. So I said, no, get the machine. I think it was about £60, the thing, but now I do it, and that's it. She's got it for life.
Do you know what happens when I do that? No. All right. If I do that, I've done that. I've got the hot rods and stuff like that, the heated rods, and no, it will be all curly, like you said, ringlets. I've done that before, and walk out my door and just the humidity just straight.
If you spray it with a bit of hairspray before you curl it, and then spray it after, it should stay in.
Not much.
Not much.
No, because my hair is so fine, and it just
and you've got a different humidity over where you are to what we are.
Yes. Yeah. And I couldn't understand that, because all the women at work would be straightening their hair. And then when they'd come in sometimes when they wouldn't straighten it, one girl had the most beautiful curls. I said, oh my gosh, I loved her curls. Little tight curls that come to her shoulder, and she was blonde, and I loved it. Well, she'd come in sometimes and straighten it. And I said, oh no, where's the curls? You gone? Okay. I love you, Dwayne. So I would tell people, I said, you know, oh, I wish I had your curls. And they'd say, I wish I had your straight hair.
Yeah, that's what because this is naturally curly, and I've washed it today, so I've got to keep doing that, because otherwise my curl don't curl up, it hangs. But I used to have straight hair. I used to straighten it every day, but because of the bleach, the hair was breaking. So my hairdresser said, you either have all your hair cut off and start again, or if you want to keep it the blonde, just have it natural. And I've been having it natural for 2 years, and now I'm growing it. I'm getting it, but I don't use no hair dryer, no straighteners. I just sit here with wet hair and do that until it's all dry, and I'm done.
But see, and it's so beautiful. And mine is just, you know, I know the way I want it, and I took a picture of it to show when I go to have it done.
Yeah.
But I have to have quite a bit cut off the ends, because, you know. All right, Denise said humidity makes her hair frizzy, so her hair is frizzy pretty much all the time. Yeah, because Denise is from the same. Denise in the chat is from. Now you're from Georgia, isn't it, Denise, or is it Alabama? So yeah, it is. And Pearl Nini says your hair is very pretty, Dusty.
Oh, thank you. I'd love to come to America one day. I've always wanted to go to America. I'm drawn to San Francisco Bridge for some reason. I just want to go there. But it's like Snobby, he's not. He never wanted to travel to America or anything, but I think he will now. Now we've got friends over there, and it would be really lovely. Like once the dogs are taken care of, I'd love to go to Alabama. Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it. I really would.
Yeah, I would love to meet you and Snobby in real life. And me and my husband would be just fine talking. They would probably make me and you leave the room, because my husband doesn't like my chatter all the time.
Yeah, same as Snobby. We're just going with a cup of tea somewhere.
But my husband will not get on the plane.
No.
He will not get on a plane. I've been on one 3 times in my life. Once I was a very little girl, but the 2 times I went to New York. One time with work, and another time my sister she won something from work, and they treated them a trip to New York, and I was her +1. And I loved it. I would have loved to go back when I could just do it on my own time and not be in a group that you're having itinerary.
Yeah.
And plus, I am about 60 pounds lighter, and heck, now I hurt all the time. I don't know if all the walking, but I did enjoy it. We did the Brooklyn Bridge, and
I love that.
It was wonderful. I enjoyed it, but I think I enjoyed the trip with my sister, my oldest sister. I think we had never been on a trip before, and I think that was the best thing of the whole trip.
Yeah.
San Francisco. Pearl Nini says her grandbabies love San Francisco. they have to go over the bridge.
I think it's just because where I sit, I watch a lot of American programs, always have, and like sometimes you look at it and you think, oh, it looks so nice out there. You've got, I mean, you probably think the same about England.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just looks lovely. It does. All the different places. There's loads of different things. I'd like to go to Louisiana and New Jersey and everywhere.
I know. Well, see, I don't get to go nowhere. My husband drove a truck for so many years, and he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, because he drives for a living.
Yes, he was on the road for so long.
Yeah.
Now we do love camping, and I can't wait till when we get a little bit of money that we can get us a camper, because that way we could take our puppy down here with us.
Oh, I don't mind a camper van.
Yeah.
But to go and sleep in a tent
No,
on the floor,
I can't do that anymore. Corinne says she loves to watch English shows, and I do too.
Yeah.
There was one that showed where people would want to move, and it was all about if they would want to move from the city into the country,
Yeah.
I loved watching those shows because it beats seeing so much of the pretty parts of your country.
Yeah. I mean, we have got some pretty parts of the country. I mean, you get doom and gloom in every city, don't you?
We do too. I mean, it's everywhere,
Yeah. That's it. It can't be helped. But it's like there's lovely. I mean, there's loads of places in England in Britain, should I say, that I haven't been. Yeah, Snobby's been a bit to a few areas, but it's like I'd love to go to Edinburgh.
Yeah,
which is up north somewhere, because and especially on fireworks night, New Year's Eve, I'd love to go Edinburgh on New Year's Eve. But underneath the castle, the Edinburgh Castle, you've got all the catacombs. I'd love to go down there and see things like that. I love stuff like that. And you're meant to be able to hear the music playing from on top, even though you're underground. It's just, there's loads of places over here. Loads.
Well, the countryside like of Wales, and there some of the countryside that they showed, and the people, some of the places I couldn't believe how expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then some like for a flat in England, it was like, or London, I'd be like, ooh, that is very expensive.
Yeah. Properties are expensive over here. They really are. For what you pay for them, for what you get, it's like I watch this Doing Up program. It's set in America, and it's a man and a woman, a wife. She's got long brown hair.
Oh yes, you're talking about the somebody help us. You're talking about the they've done had another baby.
Yeah, they've got a baby. They've got a little farm. She's the interior bit, and he does.
I love that show.
Yeah, and I watch that, and I think, bloody hell, you buy all that house for that amount of money? That is what a flat costs in this country.
Yes.
I just sit there and think, wow, if only I could have another life.
Well, I wish they could come and redo our house. I mean, this house is 100 and something years old, Dusty, and there's a lot that needs to be done to it. And I wish the two of them would come and do ours. All right, 10 minutes. All right. I have my 10-minute countdown.
Well, this house that I live in is built on an estate. It was one of the biggest estates in Europe up until Germany. I think Germany built another one that's bigger than us. But this area that I'm living in now was built for the dock people that worked on the docks. And right outside our house, we've got a dual carriageway. And it's like all grass between the two lanes, but underneath that grass you've got the tram lines still, when they used to bring the trams up. But this house dates back to 1926.
And see, this one is 1914.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I love it. It's history. I mean,
yeah.
This was built for my mother-in-law's mom and dad. It was built by her mama's family.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
And so it has history, you know. But
well, a stone throw from this house, we've got Fanshawe House, and it is an old manor house. It still stands today. It's like a little museum, and the Fanshaws used to live in there many moons ago. But this, where this house was, this was all farmland and everything else, and it's just been sold off over the years. The house is still there. You can go out, actually it's called Valence House. You can go over there at any time and go and see it. I've done spooky nights over there and everything. It's still got the moat that goes around the house. So it is. It's
Darlene said, are you talking about the games?
Sorry?
Darlene said, are you talking about the Gaines? Gains?
No. I don't know what the Gaines is, no.
Darlene, was you... What is it? Oh, he's popping the things for me. There is a link if you want to hang out with us some more. I'm going into, I say, all right, I'm getting ready to go to church, which is actually, that's the link, which is actually just in the room right over here with my son.
Okay.
So if you would like to check that out, please come over and see what else I do with my day.
Mm-hmm.
Denise, I love you too. She says, great to meet you, Dusty. And love and hugs to everybody. And Denise, maybe I'll see you there. And I bet Darlene's already said good morning on his podcast. I am so glad I met you, Dusty. And anytime. And oh, that's right. The Gaines. That's who they flip farmhouses. They're the ones that does the farm.
Probably, yeah.
Yes. What's their names, Casey?
Let me see if it's on their telly.
You know, they redo houses and stuff.
I know the wife's name is Melissa. I think it's Melissa Gaines.
I don't think her name's Melissa.
Maybe it's something. I know you're talking about it's the guy, the blonde guy, and then
his wife. Yeah. Their last name.
His wife looks like she's got a bit of Oriental in her.
She does. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of their names. I'm looking on the telly.
Joanna is the wife.
Well, I would hope Joanna's not the husband.
Oh, shut up. It's something in Joanna.
Yeah. But, yeah. What they do to properties is amazing.
Joanne Gaines. And why can't I think of her husband? I love them. All right, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
And take my computer next door. Why? Now that's gonna irritate me. Somebody Google it. It's not Trip. It's not.
It's Trip, isn't it? Are you sure it's not Trip? It's something that's short. Chip.
Thank you.
We're on the same on that line. Darling.
That is when Dwayne Mothership Products says, "Oh my gosh, her three-legged hamster has just jumped on off." Chip, yes. All right, ladies. But please, Dusty, anytime, any Monday through Friday, I'm here. I mean, unless something comes up, but pretty much I'm here, and we just do different things, and I'm glad. See,
So,
today was meant that you were supposed to be here, so I'm so excited. And now your family, I'm sorry, your family now. You got crazy family over here. I want to see Snobby.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, your wife found some very, very talkative females today.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
Chatty females.
great minds think alike.
So yeah, I'm stealing her from you.
No, look, it doesn't faze me that much, you know. I'm glad that she can actually enjoy it, you know.
Well,
And, you know, that's what this platform and this thing's about, as far as I'm concerned. It's about enjoying it, talking to like-minded people of probably the same sort of age. I mean, you know, you don't know my age. Oh, 25 last week.
oh, are you? Wait. So you and I are the same age.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think we're both double nickels, aren't we?
Or
Well, I was born in 1970, so.
Oh, then you're younger than me.
oh,
Yeah, I'll be 55.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you look, you know, a bit younger than me.
Thank
show
you.
a picture of me. So different
Okay.
from there.
Yeah, yeah.
My son said 3 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to church. My son does Porch Church Network. So that's something else I do, other than jumping in on your channel sometime.
You're welcome.
Pellini, hello. I think I've said that right. I think I spelled it
Yeah.
right. Pellini, hello.
Yeah.
Anthony, hello. I've known these for a little while now. Very nice.
So I'm gonna jump next door.
Yeah.
If you want to, Dusty, the link's in there, and you can check that out too, because that's something different as well.
Okay then. Nice meeting you.
Snobby, I'll be seeing you.
No
I might
worries.
not stay long when I jump in with you guys, but I'll see you.
She'll be there.
Okie dokie. All right, I'll shut this down then because I don't think Dusty knows yet. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye everyone.
guys. Love all
Bye.
you guys.
Bye.
Bye.